Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I will be doing a film video. Now that's weird. First I need to address the elephant in the room. Why is this number 16 if my bet was until 15 days? Well, let me explain. First, what is the bet? The bet is I lost a bet from my father, which was the social word, English word, didn't exist, or I thought it didn't exist. Turns out it does. So I lost the bet. So every day for 15 days, I will make one topic in video format, but it will be in four languages: in English, in Spanish, in English, and the most intriguing and hardest of all, Russian. Okay, so that's the challenge. Well, as I said, it's for 15 days. Well, the problem is I didn't complete the 15 days. If you look at the schedule, I have three, if I remember correctly, I have three times I didn't deliver the video. One of those times are justified because I was in a wedding, but the other two, they are not. I just didn't make the video that day. So I received 4 videos more. So you can expect me to do 19. And just to round it up, I decided to make 20 videos. So this series, if nothing goes wrong again, should go to its number 20. So there's 5 extra videos there. And one of them, I decided, since last time I made something about food and animation, because I talk about just like I forget a phrase I just said about the review of Sen about Ratatouille. So I decided to do why animation is not a genre. And it's really weird. I never start talking about films, but I have been watching a lot of films reviews because I think it's cool when I play video games to hear them. I don't know why, but it's just really cool, and so that's exactly what I do. Okay, so why is animation not a genre? Well, first of all, why it would be? Would you call film a genre? I don't think you would. Maybe. Would you call films a genre? You could call films TV series, shorts. You could call this not a genre, but just format. So I'm gonna format my product into a film, a uh, big time, where there's a lot of things. There's a compact story here, or I'm gonna make a series, where the story is it can be expanded way more, uh, because it has much more time than a film, but it's delivered in tiny packages because it is easier to digest. Like we want to watch a 9-hour film, that's why they're series or shorts. They're just um, tiny films who, um, for example, who can open one better thing really. Oops. It's like tiny shorts to explore a new concept, or maybe just a short to just help really, just like a tiny story you wanted to tell. Um, so I would call these formats, but that, but why animation? Why people consider animation genre? Well, because it's animated. Just it's kind of that simple. Why people consider it, but why it isn't? Well, because the art form is not what defines the final product. For example, if I'm making a drawing, a very, I don't know, macabre, a very bizarre drawing. Let's say I'm drawing, I don't know, something macabre. Yeah, I really don't know, something very scary. Maybe something graphic, like something, someone's dead. So I drawing like someone dead. Um, and I put bright colors, I put flowers, I put, it's a drawing after all. That's what I thought. It's a drawing, so I make everything look pretty. There's, I know, funky drawing art style. but it's still graphic, don't you? Like maybe the outside looks happy and fun, but there's a dead body in my drawing. There's dead body in the picture. That's not exactly what I call uplifting or child friendly. So yeah, I wouldn't call this. Would you give a drawing, like uh, drawing to a kid that contains a dead body? I don't think you would. If you would, explain in the comments why. Definitely interesting. Why would you give a kid or anyone else a drawing of a dead body? But it also shows that even so, it is something animated. I mean, it's not animated, but it's something drawn by someone, just like animation. Animation is kind of drawn. Um, this doesn't apply to 3D, or but still. Okay, so that's okay. Remember, the core of the drawing. It's something that's not child friendly. And I can prove this with horror films, because horror films are generally bad for children or make them scary. I was never, I'm still not scared. I think I got scared when I was like 5 and 6, and I watched a lot of horror films. But today I don't watch horror films not because I get scared, but because, boy, they're boring. Like, the idea of a horror film is to make you horrified, but, well, I mean, I don't get anymore. It's just like I just think myself, why why they're so scary? I mean, okay, I understand the real life situation will definitely be more uh, heart beating than normally, but still. But I can give examples that I maybe not horrifying, but depressing. But first, Coraline. Coraline is a cool kids film. Okay, I will give you that. So, um, a adult film, but it is definitely a kids film. But it's also a horror film. I mean, it is classified as family and horror, so that's some good stuff. And Caroline is basically this little girl. She doesn't really, but she not little, but okay. That's that girl, and girl she goes to a house. Parents are occupied, and she finds a trap door that leads to another dimension. Um, that's an interesting plot. And in this dimension, everything is perfect, or for her, it's everything is perfect. But people have bottom, that from the same button they use in clothes as eyes, which basically is their souls, almost. And what this, and everything is this world is different. So there's another mom, another father, which for Caroline is better. That she thinks is better, but they all have a motive, or at least the mother does, and it's get their soul. And so the idea is that Caroline would swap her real eyes for bottom eyes, and the films runs around them. Very creepy imagery. Not exactly very creepy. I think I may found that creepy when I was, because this is a kind of old film. Not exactly old, but I knew. So let's see. Coraline. The film was released in 2009. That's, yeah. I watched this at a young age, not in theaters, but just on TV. I watched this at a young age, and so I found it really spooky. Kind of spooky, but not that much. And it's not very spooky, but if you show this for many kids, little kids, I would say, it can be spooky. But okay, everything is just spooky. A little kid can definitely hold his own and Caroline. But I want to go to the meat and potatoes, which is plague dogs. Now, everyone who's heard of plague dogs know it's kind of depressing. And for those who don't know, plague dogs is a film of a dogs, which are experimenting upon. Uh, Everything is they're experimenting on, and they escape the lab. And actually, the experiments just like happy, fun experience. Like they try to drown them to see if they have hope of being rescued. Uh, will they survive more? Or one example of one dog which has the two parts of the brain, the creative one, they don't have creativity, so, and the rational one, link it together so he doesn't know reality apart from his own imagination. And it gets to some creepy scenery. Now I must say, I didn't see play dogs. I saw from a YouTube channel from Steve reviews also. I getting a lot of I see a lot talking about a lot of YouTube because YouTube is a big part of my life. You don't understand. When I was able to use a computer, YouTube was already a thing. So YouTube, actually, I can make a video about it. Now, I think it's a definitely topic. How YouTube and other media will actually is permeating through a lot of millennials. Like, actually, I am, I think, yeah, I think I'm millennial, like late millennial. Anyway, anyway, ooh, the play dogs. Kind of again, it's kind of creepy. There's one scene where the dog is really happy because they're being hunted because, as the title says, they have the plague, or at least the people think they have the plague since the laboratory was experimenting with the plague. They don't, but they think they have, but the humans think they have, so they're hunted down. And one guy, one farmer, finds the dogs and are about to shoot them. And he said, "No, let's not shoot him." He puts his rifle to his side and make this thing like the lap, you know, come here, come here. One of the dogs, which had an owner, which died, the one who has the brain fused together, goes very happy, woo, very happy, and accidentally its palms release the trigger and the man's face is blown off, and we can see it's just not off screen, you can see his face going down, his bloody face, and he's dead. I mean, the film itself is kind of short and not sweet at all. I mean, yeah, it's kind of sad. It doesn't have a happy ending though. But let me get to another interesting part, which is when they are again hunting them. Now they are being more hunted because the guy is dead, and they think the dogs. And I kind of experienced the laboratory did. The dogs killed the man, which they did, but they think it was intentionally, so they make more people hunt. And along the way they find a fox, and the fox helped them. And so there's one guy in the cliff, and they are hunting the dogs. This one does not have compassion and just going to shoot them. And the fox uh, sneaks behind the guy, and I think scares him or something, and he falls. But the dogs are really hungry because they haven't eaten in days. You know what else we find the next shot? They ate the dead man's body. That's what they did. Um, and also in the final, the dogs pretty much drown. I mean, it is open. It leaves to our open imagination. Maybe they got to the island. Maybe they died. Maybe they wash up with the island. Maybe they were hunted down, like they shoot it down. Um, it really doesn't say. But yeah, dogs, yeah, they don't have easy. And we see creepy imagery. I think we see very sad monkey, which is an experiment. I read that. Psychological experiment made by someone I can't remember, but he's really important in the psychological field, which is the pit of despair. They put a monkey on a tiny metal box with narrow ends like this, and the monkey is like here. The monkey is here. He has food and water. He doesn't not live a dirty life, but he cannot escape. Yeah, the walls slippery, and eventually, in months, they become depressed. The man itself, who made the pit of despair, was depressed, so maybe that's where he got an idea. And the monkeys, after being released, they would just do this. They were psychological destroyed, and they did not want to socialize, and they became traumatized for the rest of their life. So that experience, this gave for me an extra level of darkness, knowing they will make this kind of experience. Doesn't add up just drowning a dog to see if it will survive, if it has hope to live anymore, but just how I basically psychological torture. I mean, if any human would be in a bit of despair, and if they work, it would probably end up like the monkey. Very sad stuff. And of course, aired rated 18 movies. I never saw one. I never think I will because they're kind of boring. Because they rely much on their R rating. I think there's exceptions, but I never saw one. And one I want to talk about is the Fritz the Cat, a very old movie, the first one to get rated 18. I saw again the Steve reviews about this film, um, and it looks kind of boring. You just, I mean, everyone. This film has a lot of drugs and a lot of death, explosions, and for some reason sex. I mean, it's really weird to say, but yeah, this is kind of weird new movie. Of course, he didn't show this in a review on YouTube, but well, it was a really weird film. And again, if you go back to the animation is just a genre, then you would put Cat Fritz, Plague Dogs, both not kids movie. Plague Dogs be extremely sad and not have. I mean, I don't know exactly what is the purpose of the film besides not experimenting with dogs. So the sad film does not have a happy moral, does not have a happy ending, does not have a happy conclusion, does not have happy nothing, just sad. And we had Fritz the Cat, a bloody movie, um, dirty I would say, a weird movie, not made for kids, in the same genre as Toy Story, as Plaguing, as Despicable Me. I mean, it does not correlate. Just because they're animated and they're animated in different ways doesn't mean it is equal. Again, it it is placing those three, in the same category. And if you put this same three as category, that means every time you read something in an animation genre, you can't say if it is a good child family friendly film that you can take your family to watch, or just a bloody horror movie where everyone dies and you can see blood everywhere. Well, animated blood in that question. So I mean, the only difference really is the art form. And there's a lot of art forms, great art forms, 2D, 3D, um, hand, sorry, stop motion, which Caroline is stop motion, the Fritz and also the uh, Fritz and Plague Dogs are all 2D animated. But it's still, you can see it's not a genre, or at least you think you can. Anyway, if you disagree or if you agree, uh, put it down in the comments down below. If you like this video, subscribe and like the video. Not just that, but place any horror movies, especially animated ones, in the comments because I want to watch them. Again, I have watched for a long time animated, not animated, horror movies. So if you have a very scary one, especially animated movie, scary animated movie, then it will definitely be fun. So that's it for today. Hope you like it, and that's it. Bye!